Welcome to my Permadeath series for No Man's Sky, and here we are, we're down on my base, and for once there's no storm. I've been doing a little bit of work on it. I'll give you an update in a minute, but first I need to talk a little bit about the elephant in the room. That is that we now have a new update. It's called the Desolation update, which has introduced a number of very interesting new features, primarily related to abandoned freighters in space, which we're now going to be able to search through. Seeing this is a Permadeath series, I'm a little bit worried about plunging into there and exploring them, because if you actually read the patch notes, it says there's new dangers, there's new environmental issues. I'm kind of a little bit worried, but my original plan for this video was to follow through on that update and see how far we can get. And to that end, I've actually taken a manual backup of this playthrough, because I don't want to go and do something stupid like run into some horrible creature or something and get killed. Now that has actually changed since I came in, because I actually got a notification of a new community research, and you can see it's already 34%, and I'm very curious to see what that community research is. Oh, here we come. Okay, we're just going to go up inside there, because simply because when added to the bottom of the patch note, it says there's new actual Nexus missions, and I wonder whether they've actually changed the community missions. So the format of this video is I'm going to give you a base update, then I'm going to talk a little bit about the new update and my initial impressions of it. Now I'm not going to go into all the detail, simply because as I've already mentioned, I haven't actually played anything to do with the new update. I've also deliberately avoided going on to Zane's channel and looking for any step-by-step walkthroughs of anything that's going on. So if you're expecting that in this video, I apologise, that's not what's going to be in here. But I will give you my first impressions, and probably the biggest impression actually before we do the base one is that they've actually changed the lighting effects. They've actually improved lens flare and the bloom effect and other upgrades, so that everything looks a bit sharper. I know with this storm it doesn't really look that, but as soon as I loaded the game after the update, you could see the difference. Anyway, let's get round to what I've been up to. First thing I've done is I've now got this supply depot working. Wow. I don't know how much of that I can actually take. Not enough. So, and these do take a long time to fill up. I don't know if it's actually going to give me an indication now. It's a bit of a slow process. You can see there how long that's actually going to take to fill up again, and I've only taken out a fraction of this. So this has actually been running for some time. What I've also done is I've actually enclosed this base section here with this slanted roof, and just to give you probably the best way to do this is use the camera so we can fly up above. So I haven't really changed this section of the base. I mean, I had a bit of a nightmare with the wiring, and I'm half inclined to take it out again and redo it, because what I actually did was I brought the wiring down here for the pipe so that it covers across the terrain up to where that marker is without being too obtrusive. As you can see just there, I'm right on the edge. And the other problem I've had, I didn't realise that you cannot put a trade terminal or anything onto these walls of the basic buildings. So what I've had to do is actually put the trade terminal, actually I'll just cancel that and we'll walk down there because I want to sell that idiom anyway. But I've now run power down to this cuboid room, and temporarily I've put the trade terminal in here. So I suppose what we can do is just go in here and do our first real sale from here, see how much money we're going to get from the activated indium, if I can find it. Come on game, it's got to be in here. There it is. So we're going to get 2.7 million for just 3,250 indium. This shows how profitable having an activated indium mine on your base actually will be, because that is just just over a third of what I mined in a couple of days. So you can say that every cycle I could probably make about 10 million if I wanted to do it. Still got this annoying little power tag here, despite the fact that despite the fact that this section of the base is actually powered up. Anyway, that base update out the way, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the new update. As I've already mentioned, the big focus is on abandoned freighters, or capital vessels as they call it in the patch notes. And I'm not going to talk about what's actually going on inside it. It's well documented in the patch notes. If you really want to see that, there was a link in the video description. What I'm going to do is talk about why I think Hello Games is doing this, because when you read through the patch notes, it talks about procedurally generated stories, and I do wonder whether this is actually an experiment to introduce a new procedural storyline which Hello Games intends to expand over time, probably bringing it down onto planets as well, because my impression with the new abandoned freighters, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, is that what they're effectively doing is creating levels, or dungeons is probably a more traditional way of saying that, where you can go down and explore a certain area with an objective at the end. So what will happen is you will get to something like equivalent to a manufacturing base, where you will have an option of either having a freighter tech upgrade. I'm going to be quite interested to see what those freighter tech upgrades are actually going to be. One that excites me more is the fact that if I come into here, we will be able to extend the freighter inventory, which I'm really looking forward to. This looks a bit kind of congested, as though they've almost put in, what is this? They've got tech, so we've actually got access to, what is that? Q. That's the actual inventory. What is this? Is that actually a container? I'd have to go through my containers to find out which one that actually is. No? Wow. So you can actually go through all the containers. Wow, that's going to be useful. I think that's all I want to talk about the Desolation update. Beyond, I'm hoping that we will still get a major update in August. I'm hoping that this just isn't the end of it, and unless of course Hello Games have now changed their release strategy, and we're just going to get these regular small feature orientated updates on a regular basis. Right, let's just jump into here. Where are we going to go? I mean, have we got... Okay, oops. I think we'll go to the Fujimi Tango orbital. That's the one that's closest to the centre of the galaxy. And here, one thing I do want to take a quick look at is the mission agent, to see if there's any new missions. I always get a bit suspicious. Yeah. Browse missions. They all look quite familiar. Defender Freight, yeah. And actually, while we're here, there is one feature I do know about. I actually come across it by accident, and maybe someone can actually explain to me what it is. So if we come over here, you see that there's a spanner icon there. Now, I did have a chat with this character. It's a new character that's in the space station. We come here, and you can see he's got a kind of a little tent-like effect set up. If I talk to him, it says scrap dealer, whether he is Manly. Now this is where you actually acquire the coordinates for the abandoned capital vessel, I call it that, and it's cost 5 million, so it's not exactly something you're going to do to start the game. And this gives you a little bit of a background of why it's actually done. Again, I'm not going to come into that, but I mean 5 million a pop is going to be quite interesting. But the one thing that does really interest me is over here, and I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it came up in the patch notes, and I think, and it's up. Where is it? I think it's in the banner. We got titles now. To me, these seem to be related to the levels. You can see it says reached rank 7 of the Merchants Guild. So it seems to be an extension of the milestones and objectives. But there's a whole load of them in here. And if I come here, there's a whole series that have not been unlocked, and I'm not sure exactly how you would go about unlocking that. And probably more importantly is what are the purposes of this titles? And on the similar vein, it's what people will see if you're actually in multiplayer mode. This is what people do, and I presume the title is. So I'm not sure. So it's almost like you can change your name, because it says Stephen Silverbeard is the default. I mean, we can always change it. See what anything is here. Just out of curiosity, let's get a bit of rank. Oh, mercenary. Okay. Okay. We're going to save that. We'll see if that actually shows up, because as far as I know, there isn't anything else that shows up when you do that. Anyway. So that's just an aside. If any of you actually know what the purposes of banners and titles is, feel free to chuck it in the comments. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the Nexus. Well, first we're going to have to do is summon it. Actually, I wouldn't mind... do I need my freighter? No, because it doesn't really make any difference, does it? Because we're going to do a community mission. I'm just really curious to see whether the community missions are any different. So let's just get into here. So here we are, we're on the Nexus. It always pays after an update to take a look round, because Hello Games have a little bit of a habit of adding new details and features without actually telling everyone what it is. What is it? So we'll just have a quick look round and just see whether any of these have changed. Because of course, with the crossplay update, there was some new introductions. So give data creatures. Okay, that should give us some nanites. Oh wow, got 805 nanites. So we'll just have a little bit of a walk round and see what's going on. Okay. And we'll go and talk to this bod, who never really ever gives me anything, but you never know. No. I'm not going to give you a storm crystal for a few things. And I think probably if you actually look round now, you can see everything is a lot more crisper and the colours are a lot better defined, especially like the trim here. I have to admit that when I first loaded after the update, it did really pop at me, the changes. Let's have a look here. Everything here looks the same. I would guess that there haven't been any changes to the tech here. You can see here, like round here, round there, that pale green trim around the entrance there, and probably there. Oh, wow, I think that's a change, isn't it? That almost looks like they've pulled out a fuel rod from there. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. So, well, right, let's just get back out here. So, let's get down here, and the first thing we're going to do is talk to Quicksilver and see what we're doing community missions for. Okay, create exotic items, title anomalies, title citizen scientist, a title interloper. So this community mission is actually going to be related to titles. So there's definitely an agenda there. It's just that it's not particularly that clear. Anyway, let's just have a look at the Nexus and see what we got here. I'm sure they've changed the symbol for the community mission as well, towards the void. So we got quite a long time. Non-planetary raid, tame what? Survey a planet, kill 41 monstrosities. Anyway, we're going to do this mission. Just see, start mission. We've got hypnotic eyes. That does not bode well for the mission. And I'm actually thinking, so let's just get into a laughing gnome. Wow, went a bit quick. And we're just going to get up into space. So here we are. Mission started towards the void. Where are we going? There it is. Knowledge stone detected. Yes, thank you, game. We're off on the usual path. So here we are. We're coming down on the planet as usual. I can't see very much. The atmospherics are a little bit intense. And whilst I was actually flying to the planet, something did occur to me. Is that if Hello Games are set on this being the new release schedule, I'm wondering whether... What on earth is that? Wow, those looked a lot more pronounced. Oops. Ah. Oh, we're certainly going to go and take a look at these. I know it's a distraction, but... Yeah, I'm starting to wonder whether... I can get... Ah. Wow, we're on the side of a hill. I'm starting to wonder whether I need to start a survival playthrough so that so when these updates drop I can experiment without actually risking most Permadeath series. But I don't think I'm going to start it just yet because I want to see whether we will get a big update in August. I'm still hanging out for that update. Well, there's a knowledge stone over there, 237. So we're just going to have to go walk about. When I could scan for a monolith or something. But we'll do this one first and then we'll see how it goes. So that's the thought that's just occurred to me. If you've got any feelings on that, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Because I am a little bit exposed at the moment to the fact that I've just got the one real playthrough that is in a condition. I mean, I've got other playthroughs, but some of them are so old. I haven't played them for, well, months. And so maybe I do need a fresh new update to experiment with, I think is probably the polite term. That's the first one. There's none around here. Oh, thank you, game. Cold. No, it's on here, isn't it? We'll just top that up. And we'll go walk about for the knowledge stone. How can I... Have I been on this planet? I must have been on this planet. Oh, I think I was on this planet in the last video, wasn't I? It's been a very interesting few days with not so much of what I would normally do related to this channel, but there's been lots of other distractions. So I haven't really been able to get as much done as I would normally want to do. Okay, really swoops over me. I'm quite interested in the fact that I thought I'd... Oh, I topped up the wrong one, didn't I? There's one over there, isn't it? Which is... should be the third one. And here's the third one. Touch the stone. Okay. We've now got the mission, or the location of the portal, not the mission, while we're out about. Whoops. Okay, I pressed the... I'm just gonna... Right, we'll just bring in the ship so we can fly to the portal. And away we go. So we were right next to the portal anyway. I'm just going to land. And jump out. Oops. Just want to check the ship first. Yeah, so it's just gonna. Launch thrusters are good. Technology. Really need to spend a little bit of time getting the augmentations to expand my ship as well. So many things to do. So many things to do. Firestorm. I'm sure the storms in this game are following me around because I don't seem to be able to play more than about 5 or 6 minutes before a storm comes in at the moment. So let's get through the portal. I don't know if you saw that flash up. It just said turn back now. I don't know if that is actually a message. Turn back now. Wow. It will be integrated into the live mind. Wow. Disturbance detected. One thing I do want to check, we're just going to get in the ship. And I just want to show you something that I noticed. Hopefully we'll come in here. Annika. You see down here, I've actually got a planet here called Liverpool FC, which and the planet is actually called Jurgen Klopp. And if any of you are not kind of aware of the British Premier Football League, Liverpool actually won the Premier League this year, and Jurgen Klopp is actually their manager. There's lots of communication stations around here. That kind of indicates that we're going to have to run all over the map again looking for something, which is a little bit worrying. Anyway, yeah, thank you. So we're either going to be collecting plants again or doing something. Right, we're actually on a crashed freighter, and there's actually, yeah, it looks like we'll be collecting plants again because there's somebody right next to a plant there. Plant collection missions can be a little bit of a grind. Okay, so we'll just go and talk to here. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what we gotta find. Yeah, we gotta find 40 pulpy roots. I've got a feeling that's what we were looking for last time. What we are gonna do first is go and rough up the freighter, see we're here. I mean, what we got here? Sodium and chromic metal. So we'll just go through here. Yeah, pulpy roots can be a little bit of a pain to find, but I think looks like, oh well, we're down here, so we'll just do this one. I'm not sure how much chromic metal I've actually got with me. Oh, I think I actually got that. It gave me antimatter. Yes, thank you, game. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, back to the abandoned freighters. I saw when I was changing there that it came up my pulse splitter, and I do wonder whether I need to upgrade my multi-tool a bit, because if we're going to get into a combat situation, my multi-tool is not really set up for fighting. let's just scan that cargo pod there. Yeah. I think one of the downsides of base building is that you get stuff in your inventory you don't want, and things that you do need aren't there anymore. So I probably need to spend a little bit of time. I've got warp cell. Oh, where am I? Oh, come on, game. There it is. That's the way out. Yeah. And of course, I didn't pick up this one. I should have picked this one up. Whoops. Just use the front door. Nope, there's just no front door. I always thought you could destroy that. Never mind. Just mark that one. One thing I would really wish the Hello Games would introduce is a hotbar, so that you don't have to keep flipping through all the everything just to get to a certain there. I mean, it should be a relatively easy thing for them to do. Well, we got a couple of warp cells out of it. Okay. Get this way. Ah! Walked into the hole. Get this way, and there should be one more left to get. Then we'll go looking for these lovely little pulp bar. There it is. And we'll go looking for pulp roots. It looks like people have actually marked them, so we'll walk round and take advantage of that. Distance. Now this one's can always be a bit temperamental because the edge of the freighter sometimes makes it difficult to actually dig it out, and you get to a hard surface and it won't excavate it. And it looks like I've actually... oh no, it's still going. It's just a little bit tough. Wow. How deep is it? You're supposed to... okay. Multi-tool. Never understand why this never completely recharges in one go. There it is. And we're just going to grab that. Okay. Well, we got units out of that one. Okay. Yep. Right, what have we got there? That's 5 minutes. Now I could use the ship to do it, but I think we'll start off on foot and see how things go. Wow, I don't really want to go up over this. And then if I've got to travel further upfield, we'll change to the ship. I'm just going to come up here. Oh, I suppose it would never be the same without. The annoying thing is I don't actually have a mission to kill predators. So there's a get your pulpy roots. How far away are these? That's 12 minutes. That's an hour. Wow. Hexenberries. I think we're going to have to use the ship for this and cheat a little bit. Apologies for this. So we got 10 out of 40. I'm just going to jump in the ship. It's actually the space station up there. So we'll just go looking. Yeah, if anyone has put markers out, very much appreciated. Oh, life support 50%. I know it's a little bit of a cheat, but well, this looks like this one doesn't actually have any pulpy roots here. Oh, yes, it does. It's just hidden there. Just a little bit of damaged machinery there. So we got 16 out of 40 now. Jump into the ship. This one's 22 seconds away. What on earth is that? Oh, it's the holographic, what we call it actually. I'm just going to put down here. So I've got a feeling I've got a mission to take a picture of a holographic terminal. So we're just going to pop that. Oops. So we're just getting here. Right, let's just get into here. Fly up. Kind of get it in view. Like that. Hide the menu. Left shift. Pick that out. Of course we can claim the base. And we're just gonna, I need the rusted metal. So I'm going through a phenomenal amount of ferrite on my base building. And I'm just gonna jump in the ship. Take off. Wow. And we're, it's just 32 seconds, so we're flying from this direction. Pulse engine unavailable due to atmospherics. All I can say is a lot of people must have walked a very long distance to find pulp. Oh, thank you, game. I'm saying, get above the blooming plants, game. Down we go. Looks like there's quite a lot clustered around the actual base. Oh, thank you, game. Whoops. Certainly take the sweet route. Hey, go away. We got 22 out of 24. I think we're going to head back towards the base now. Actually, we'll head over to those. The trouble is, I don't know which ones of these I've already done, so... Well, it looks like there's two close together there. Right, here we are. We're coming up on another one. We're surrounded by fungus plants, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the neck. And I'm just going to land. Jump out. Reload the boltcaster. Over here, got another pulpy route. That gives me 30 out of 40. Let's have a look round just to see. Nothing. What was that? I thought I saw something. Alright, I'm just going to go there. And we got another one just over here. And we'll do this one and then we'll work our way back towards the base. So here we are, we're coming up on the next one. Looks like there's a base nearby as well, so we'll go and take a look, see at that. Oh. It won't let me land. Oh, up a bit. Okay, got a landing. Oh, great. I am completely stuck on a plant. I can't get out, I can't land, I can't take off. That is annoying. I've become completely stuck on a... I can't get out of here at all. Right, I'm going to have to load, but that means when I load it's going to take me right back to the start of the mission. Here we are. We are back on the Nexus, and this is one of the downsides of a community mission. So the Nexus mission was not saved. You must have completed one session. All progress, including inventory state, has been saved. Your position has been restored to the space anomaly. I think that's probably an example of what happens when you have problems during the community mission. I'm not going to try and redo it on camera. What I will do, if I've got time, is I will do the community mission off camera. So just to wind this video up, I think what we're going to do is just take off and go out into space, because there's one thing I do want to try out just to wind this video up. Apologies for that, it's really annoying. I mean, we could become a space pirate again. I think somebody left a comment about my pirate endeavours. Let's just have a quick look and see. But one thing I do want to do is shoot asteroids, because what they're saying is that if you shoot asteroids you may get some kind of special reward. There we are, anomaly detected. That's what I was after. What is this? A single-use geometric beacon probes the surrounding area for looking for nearby space anomalies. Well, should we give that a go? Yeah, let's give that a go. Okay. Begin the scan. For its host is searching. Okay, activate pulse to search. Okay, drop out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was hoping for something like a living ship upgrade or something like that. Corvax Q Gamma Ray. I don't think I've got anything to sell. Well, we got some sweet root. I must have sell the sweet root and the lower flesh, just so it doesn't clog up my inventory. And the feline livers, I've got loads of those, and the scaly meat. Might as well. Oh, and I've still got the pulpy roots. I'm going to keep the pulpy roots, I think, because that's one thing I don't have a lot. Because of course that's one of the curiosities of when you crash out of a community mission. It doesn't reset your inventory. All it does is reset your position. So everything we got from the freighter and everything else was done. So that was quite interesting, actually. It's just a shame that I got a trader. It's certainly going to give me more reason to block. Oh, okay. Oh well. Now they have actually changed the combat as well. So I found another anomaly detector. Wow. Yeah, where are you? This is where I get blown out of the sky just to add insult to injury. I can't even see them. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Of course, we're in the middle of an asteroid belt. We've got some magnetized ferrite for that one. because they have changed the combat system, but they didn't actually. Now, Hello Games said that the combat system has changed, but they didn't exactly specify what. So I suppose we're going to need to get into some fight. Seem to have a lot more knockdown with that. I'm sure that went down a lot quicker than before, but then again, it's difficult to tell. I'm just gonna kind of looking for those freighters that were around, but they seem to have disappeared. What's that over there? Unknown planet. Humid planets, aggressive sentinel. Thank you, game. I think if we fly back towards the anomaly, and then I think all the freighters are coming in round me. We're going to be a bit of a pirate just to finish this video off. Take out a little bit of the frustration for kind of losing that community mission. See if we can get some more frigate modules. So I'm only interested in... There we are. So we improved our standing with the callbacks, and then we... Okay, thank you, game. I suppose in some ways I'm taking... actually, it could do with some chromic metal, actually. Although I've got loads of copper. We'll take that. There's another salvage frigate module. Just clear that away. Wow. They seem to be a little bit more aggressive. Chromic metal, cargo pod, take that one. I will give up my life of piracy once I've got a fully upgraded freighter. I'm not sure if this one's going to have cargo pods on it. I might be pushing my luck a little bit here. There's some more. This looks like there's some cargo pods on here. Magnetized ferrite, ionized cobalt, magnetized ferrite, gold. I'm not interested. Wait. I'm busy. Go away. Salvage frigate module. Yes. Okay, we're at platinum. Magnetized ferrite. I think maybe it's time to leave and go and hide in the space station. What's that over there? Looks like it's even... Is that actually more frigates? Wow. There's been a real dearth of freighters recently, so I might as well take advantage, seeing this system seems to be full of them. So we'll just go and swing by this lot and see if we can pick up anything else. In fact, all these seem to be okay. Cargo pod, magnetized ferrite, cargo pod. I'm not going to just shoot up the cargo pods. I mean, if there isn't anything of... Because I think the trouble with these freighters is that salvage frigate module... Yeah. Yeah, these ones have got a bit more, how can you say, with the mounted lasers. That was a little bit of an unpleasant surprise. I think I don't want to push my luck too much, so we're just going to... No, Pulse engine. Just going to head back towards the space station, and that's where I'm going to call it for the video. I'm going to resist the temptation to... Okay, still can't get away. Yeah, those freighters with the actual mounted guns can get a little bit exciting if you upset them too much. Anyway, we're just going to cruise in here. What is going on, game? was a little bit erratic. And we're just gonna jump out. Scrap space station scrap dealer available. Yes, thank you. So what we picked up here, we got 4 salvage missions. I don't think that's enough to do anything, but it's got us 4 in the right direction with upgrading the freighter. I wouldn't mind to get a sale. I wouldn't mind getting the last. I think it's the last 2 remaining techs. We've got pulpy roots. I need to drop that off. That can go to the freighter. Got some warp cells, which I don't really need. We've got some antimatter. We can probably make a warp cell, a backup warp cell here. Yeah, that's the storm crystals. We'll just make that one. And we could probably sell that well, what we could do is just make one of those. Make one of those, so we got 4 warp cells. Those are my backup warp cells, is probably the polite way of saying it. That could go to high capacity, because I have been using pure ferrite a lot. That looks like it needs, right, that can go there. And then I'll just put that in there, top that up. Whoops. Then we'll just turn those into 44 nanites, just to clean up my inventory. And this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I will probably bite the bullet and we'll go and check out an abandoned freighter. I think I've got more than 5 million to pay for it. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.